Alright, welcome back. This is what, part 6, and let me tell you, since a lot of the stuff I'm doing is kind of in post, I'm going to do a little heavy editing with this game in particular. This game's long. I'm 18 hours in. Like, this is, trust me, it gets crazy later on, but this game is long. I didn't expect this game to be almost 20 hours long. Well, I know it's going to be longer. You know, the one main contributor to the fact that this game is so long is that every single time your Digimon dies, you have to retrain another one up, and once you only have a certain amount of days before your Digimon just falls over and dies. So yeah, but I actually do kind of like the snowman thing. Yeah, it was probably one of the more probably one of the Digimon I got some of the most stuff done, and to be completely honest, it's pretty good, pretty good. Finally did get an ultimate later in the game. It wasn't a Metal Greymon, it was a freaking teddy bear. Numamon actually came in handy. Yeah. Right now, though, this is before we went to the, we've got to go to the Ancient Dino Zone, we've got to go to the Speedy Zone, which just kills your Digimon, literally, because it causes it to age rapidly the longer you stay. But we're still in the Tropical Forest right now, and we're fighting a Anguinimon? I think that's... I am terrible with names. I will always be terrible with names. That sort of thing. Never been good with names. I wonder, I still, even after all this time, I still don't know who the main antagonist of this game is. I have no idea exactly, like, I don't have any idea as to why the Digimon went all, they decided to leave. We haven't seen, like, there's no, like, so far, it's not been Myotismon, it's not been a Skullgreymon, or at least they've not mentioned one, so, I don't know. It's kind of odd that, we have this large island where all the Digimon just decide to leave, and they're like, yeah, we don't really have a reason, we're just gonna leave. And also, wouldn't leaving be a bad idea? Wouldn't a community be better if you're running away because of an evil Digimon, wouldn't it be better just to stick together and band together instead of splitting off and separating and getting slowly picked off by whatever Digimon was apparently bad enough to cause you all to leave split town? I mean, I don't know. I love you. I love you, my snowman. Even if you do crap really weird. I mean, really weird. Like, scale of 1 to 10, it's weird, dude. Yeah. Oh well. Just one of those things. Mangrove region. Ah, yes. Those kind of dragonflies are actually pretty tough to fight. Their attacks are really quick, and my Digimon usually are very slow, or slow in comparison at least. It's always been kind of a struggle to fight those things, to be completely honest. But hey, what can you do? What can you do? Or a Klondike bar. Delicious, delicious Klondike bar. Ancient Dino region. You'll sleep when I allow you, which is now. So sleep. Sleep right next to this Monochromon. He's not going to trample you in your sleep. No, he'd never do that. This Monochromon, he's like a total bro or something. I don't know. When's the last time you all have seen a Monochromon that's evil? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Run. Okay, we avoided all of them. That's good. That is indeed good. Hello, Brontosaurusmon. What will come out? A small recovery disc. Okay, cool. Still can't get that one monochrome on in the shop. I don't think you can recruit these two. I think they all are three, rather. I don't. They always kind of stay here. And it's a Birdramon. Sabradramon. A lot of these Digimon are. I don't know if they're actual Digimon in the show. You gotta admit, I have to admit, I haven't watched. I saw the show like when they popped it on Netflix for a bit. I watched it just for pure nostalgia, but I haven't actually watched the show since about when it was out, so I don't know if half these things are even real. Half of them just look like color palette swaps. We must watch out for growing too old. That seems like a very... But at least the zone only has like a few areas in it. Though, to be fair, because of the way the game is, because of the way a lot of these games were back in the ye olden days... Well, it's not really that old. Well, PlayStation 1 era, that's, what, 3 generations ago? I guess you could call it old, but either way... They had this kind of pre-rendered, a lot of PS1 games had this problem where all the backgrounds were, they were like either pre-rendered, they were kind of portraits, or they were kind of like a combination of that with some FMV stuff thrown in. So it's kind of hard to really tell what's going on in the environment. Can't really, it just doesn't kind of work, I guess you could say. It's just one of those things. One of the things of the era, one of the things that made a lot of the games from the era actually not age particularly well. And I don't see anything around here other than big ass Birdramon, Sabradramon, whatever. You're different. You're going through your emo stage. You're going through your Peter Parker Spider-Man 3 phase. So, yeah. Luck with that. Good luck with that. And I do believe we should have trained more because, holy crap. That's pretty tough. I'd be surprised if I wound up using most of my recovery items. You know, it's very odd that a lot of these Digimon will be of similar levels and everything. But my Digimon can't really compete any significant way. They always just kind of, you know, just doesn't really work, I guess you could say. But, what are you gonna do about it? One of those things. One of those things. Almost gotta finish at least. Gotta do some damage. And this Digimon does have type advantage, so it's probably not helping. Quick, throw your completely odd boomerang. Lucky that thing came back and flopped it in the face. You're lucky I'm continually feeding you healing items, otherwise you'd be dead. Come on. You got this, it's all you. It's all you, Snowmandramon. I don't or Mojamon or whatever the hell its name is, I don't really care. It's Snowmandramon for me, personally. Because, oh man. It's lucky I don't combo Beastmon. It's not very nice. Oh well, I'll get over it. Get over it. I will. Still got it. This thing is still just putting up such a fight. literally need one hit. Holy crap. Oh, come on. Oh well, at least we'll bone boomerang it. That is a close fight. We did it. Got quite a bit of bits, but problem is this thing isn't actually a Digimon. It's just gonna tell us something, and then yeah, hindsight's 20/20. Turn at the side of the bone tunnel. What that should have translated to me back when this was occurring. That should have translated to the tunnel we came in to fight this particular Bergermon or whatever. That should have translated run to the side like an idiot. But it's still called the ancient speedy region or whatever. So you know, when I think bone tunnel, I think a separate entity altogether. I think when I go to that screen, it's going to be called the bone tunnel. I should have looked and noticed we were going through a giant bit of bone and should have went that way. But we're going to try to go back. Either way, even if I would have found the area right then at that particular moment in time, we have no healing items. Not only that, I didn't even know what an autopilot did at the time. If I did, I would have used that, but at the time, didn't know what an autopilot actually was. I just remember buying some random crap from the store and maybe it would come in handy one day. Little did I know, the autopilot is actually one of the most helpful items in the entirety of the game, to be completely honest. I mean, it really is. Also, probably should have just tried to sleep. I was going to try to run past all the enemies. Not my brightest moment, but, you know. I think we made some, well, at the time at least, I think I made some good progress, you know, as far as story-based things go. I'd certainly never gotten this far before. Ooh, moldy meat. Yay. I think that's the only moldy meat I've ever obtained. Oh well. What can you do? Some of these screens feel purposely booby-trapped. There's one later where if you take Bergermon to the shortcut for Freeze Lane, you will almost always have to fight a Devimon. Almost always, because apparently the way it drops you off is like right in its warpath. So you almost always get just completely clobbered by a Devimon. Kind of annoying, but you know, just one of those things. One of those things, I tell you. Sometimes the loading takes a minute or two too, as well. A lot of these PS1 games have really bad load times. And he's going to not only crap himself, I believe, but I'm pretty sure we die. This is like one of the few times I do die, like that's not on purpose, like with a Numemon or something. Which oddly enough, the Numemon I had that evolved into the Teddy. I thought the Teddy was going to be a virus type. Teddy's actually a vaccine type, and I got kicked out of that mansion I wanted to go to, so I've got to go to the factory district now, or try to, with my current Teddy. Which will be fine, because I've got so many healing items. I could take on an armada of just about any Digimon and win. You know, in hindsight, I'm actually not doing that bad in avoiding all of these enemies, to be completely fair. Be completely fair. Run! Run, fatty! We're almost there. Just you and me. Maybe if I'd have waited a minute or two, he would have fallen asleep. I don't know. But yeah, there's no way I can win any fight. I don't have any healing items. Astonishing how important they made that stuff. You know, if you didn't know about the little tricks to get a lot of money with the Mojimon Freeze Land and the Digi Anchovies and the medium HP recoveries, if you didn't know that trick, getting the proper amount of bits in order to continually buy healing items for your Digimon in order to progress further in the game would be a just ridiculous feat that would almost be freaking impossible, to be completely honest, because it's just so ridiculous. Money, you don't make a lot of money from fighting, and usually requires you to use healing items to obtain more money. You don't make much of a profit. I don't know, it's just one of those weird things, I guess. One of those weird things. And unfortunately, you know, kind of bit the dust there. But hey, it happens. And he's a little pissed off, I don't blame him. He did just bite the dust. To be fair, that's somewhat of his fault too. If he'd actually attack more frequent than just, you know, instead of stare at the sun. Try to make him a little bit happy. An unhappy Digimon doesn't live nearly as long, and he's already had a bit of his life taken away by going to that freaking speedy zone. So it's not like, you know, we're already kind of in the negative as far as that particular thing goes. But it's just something you have to accept when you want to be the very best. Like, no one ever was. That might be the wrong franchise. Pokemon. None of the Pokemon games I've ever played have required this much just maintenance, which I guess makes sense because if I'm not mistaken, Digimon comes from Tamagotchi. So, I don't know. We're gonna just try to heal our friend here because, yeah, he needs it. He needs that good old sweet American loving. Once those plant Digimon go in those little boxes, they never do anything ever again. And that thing right there, that little rain plant, it only grows every 15 days. And I don't know how you would know this without the internet. There's a Digimon that requires it specifically. But if you get this item, I think it recovers like something like 10,000 MP. You see something like that, you see a get out of jail free card when fighting like a boss or something. So your mind's probably gonna be thinking, oh, I should hold on to this for that, not for another plant Digimon. And the Digimon we're gonna get when I eventually find him replaces Patamon, or whatever the current plant one growing meat is. And the new one will grow sirloin. You can't buy sirloin or extra meat from him, but you can buy super carrots or hawk radishes, which will increase your ability to train. It will increase your effectiveness while training, so kind of, you know, it helps out when you have to restart it with another Digimon. So that's pretty good, I guess. That's pretty good, I guess. We're going to trade just a little bit, just to get his stats up just a teeny bit, because at this point in time, Bergermon was kind of, or Bergermon, or whatever, Sabergermon, or whatever its freaking name is. It's kind of an eye-opener that my current champion, as good as he is, still needs some work, unfortunately, so. Yeah. Not exactly the most pleasant of wake-up calls, but, you know, it is what it is, and I hate that saying, so I don't know why I just said it. No idea. Oh well. It is what it is. No. Let's see. I still understand how standing under a waterfall does anything. I always thought that was just kind of something certain people did in order to look more badass, because, to be honest, standing under a waterfall doesn't seem like an effective training method for anything. But then again, I don't train, so for all I know, it is an incredibly effective means of doing something. I don't know.